you beat Canelo, they're gonna give you the credit or they're gonna make excuses. The same thing happened with Spence.
Same thing gonna happen with Spence. They're gonna figure out some type of excuse why Terrence Crawford was successful in the Canelo Alvarez fight.
You gonna retire after if you win this fight, or you're gonna keep?
I don't know. We shall see.
You hear the buzz before you even see him. Phones shoot up, cameras flash, all eyes lock on the gym entrance. And then Floyd Mayweather steps through the door, not in a suit, not just visiting, but in sweats and sneakers, ready to get to work. He's not here to observe, he's here to train. Terrence Crawford, already deep in his Canelo Alvarez prep, looks up from the ring, and you can see it hit him. This isn't just a casual appearance. This is Mayweather, coming ringside to shape the strategy himself. The energy shifts instantly. This isn't just another day at camp. For Crawford, it's a moment of affirmation. For Mayweather, it's a passing of the torch. But more than anything, it's a message. Floyd wants to be part of the plan that beats Canelo. You hear whispers that Floyd's been watching tape, that he's been quietly analyzing Canelo's footwork, his timing, even how he reacts when pressured by fighters with high IQ. And now he's sharing it, not from a TV studio, but from 5 feet away, inside a gym full of sweat, repetition, and focus. Reporters outside the gym scramble for confirmation. Inside, you watch as Mayweather leans in during Crawford's pad session, offering subtle corrections, not big showboating moments, just calculated tweaks. He's not trying to steal the spotlight, he's trying to win. And suddenly you realize this changes everything. The media's already calling it a clash of generations. Mayweather's defensive mastery fused with Crawford's explosive versatility, all set to counter Canelo's precision and power. But here's the real question. If Floyd Mayweather is stepping ringside to help Crawford, does that mean he sees something in Canelo no one else does? Or is this his way of settling one last score through someone else's gloves? You're watching the heavy bag session when you notice something different. Crawford's tempo has changed. He's more patient now, circling between strikes, baiting the imaginary opponent. And standing just a few feet away is Floyd Mayweather, arms folded, nodding slowly. He's teaching Crawford something you never thought he'd share, the blueprint to beat himself. Because if anyone knows how to dismantle a pressure fighter like Canelo Alvarez, it's the man who already did it. Mayweather's voice is low, controlled. You catch pieces of it between thuds on the bag. Make him miss, then make him pay. Stay on your toes, never give him the same look twice. These aren't just tips, they're relics, straight from a mind that built an empire on defense, counterpunching, and precision timing. Crawford listens closely. He's already a technician, but today, he's a student again. And Mayweather? He's not holding back. He's sharing foot placement tricks, angles off the ropes, even how to feint without telegraphing. This isn't mentorship for show. It's warfare prep. Outside the gym, news travels fast. Twitter's ablaze. Pundits speculate whether this alliance confirms Floyd's quiet disdain for Canelo's recent dominance. Why now? One boxing journalist asks. Why this fight? But inside the gym, the answer is clear. Floyd sees something in Crawford, something that reminds him of himself, not just talent, not just hunger, but intelligence, discipline, range. And just like that, this isn't just a fight anymore. It's a legacy move. So now the question is, does this make Crawford the most dangerous version of himself we've ever seen? Or will absorbing Floyd's style cost him the raw instinct that's always made him unpredictable?
You're standing just outside the sparring ring when the energy shifts again. Mayweather's now inside the ropes with Crawford, not sparring, but positioning. He moves Crawford's elbow in an inch, taps his feet wider, and adjusts his head movement mid-pivot. Canelo's going to bait you here, Floyd says, mimicking a feint. But if you dip like this instead of that, you reset the angle. It's eerie to watch. You're witnessing a fighter who's already at the top of his game. Crawford, willingly reshaped by the only man to solve the Canelo puzzle without ever getting caught clean. The media called Mayweather's victory over Canelo a masterclass in patience. Now he's trying to bottle that same formula and inject it directly into Crawford's DNA. And it's working. One of Crawford's sparring partners pulls you aside and whispers, he's already moving different. Slicker, slower, but in control. He's learning to slow the fight down the way Floyd used to. It's not flashy, but it's lethal. Every motion is a trap. Every reset is a setup. Meanwhile, Across the country, fans are split. Some praise the collaboration. Others worry Mayweather might be overstepping, trying to turn Crawford into a clone of himself. But those inside the gym don't see ego. They see evolution. And Floyd, he's calm. He tells the cameras, "I'm not training him to be me. I'm training him to be better than me." That line hits different. Because if Crawford can take Floyd's defensive genius and mix it with his own explosive adaptability, then we're looking at a new version of the problem. One that Canelo may not be able to solve. And now the world is asking, is this still Crawford versus Canelo? Or is this Crawford armed with Mayweather's mind?
He's a good fighter. He have everything. He's a complete fighter. I don't know. I need to do something, right? But believe me, if he's gonna run all night, he's not gonna try to win. He's not gonna do anything. So I hope we bring all the best and give the fans what they want to see.
You're watching from the far side of the gym now, and something subtle but powerful is happening. The cameras have left, the lights are dimmer, and it's just Crawford, Mayweather, and a tight circle of trusted trainers. This is where the real work begins. No filters, no posing, just instruction. And Mayweather's voice cuts through the heavy air like a scalpel.
Watch his hips, not his hands.
That one line opens a door. Crawford nods, resets his stance, and starts shadowboxing. But now, every move is slower, more calculated. You can almost see him processing Canelo's footage in real time, applying the lessons in the moment. Floyd walks a tight circle around him, throwing in quick jabs and shoulder feints, testing Crawford's balance, his reflexes, his discipline. And then comes the breakdown. Mayweather pauses everything and brings up the 2013 fight.
When I fought Canelo,
He says,
he was strong, but he couldn't deal with frustration. I made him doubt himself before round 4.
he taps his temple.
This fight isn't about strength. It's about who cracks first mentally.
That's when Crawford turns to him and says,
Then let's make him crack before the anthem ends.
it's the kind of exchange that shifts expectations. Because now, you're not just seeing a fighter get sharper. You're seeing two generations align their IQs into a single battle plan. And it's not just about beating Canelo anymore. It's about embarrassing him, outthinking him, making him question why he ever agreed to the fight. Back in Vegas, Canelo's camp stays quiet. No response, no new footage, just silence. And that silence, it's starting to feel like fear. Because if Crawford is now carrying Mayweather's blueprint and improving on it, then what hope does Canelo really have? You're outside the training facility now, and even here, the energy is different. Reporters are camped near the gates, drone cameras buzzing overhead, all trying to catch a glimpse of what insiders are calling the most dangerous camp in modern boxing. Why? Because this isn't just Terence Crawford training to win. This is Floyd Mayweather reloading for one last symbolic victory. Word's getting out that Floyd is not just offering casual advice. He's overseeing sparring rounds, dissecting footage in real time, and even designing drills based on Canelo's most recent performances. One camp insider put it bluntly, Floyd isn't just visiting. He's building a ghost version of himself inside Crawford. Back inside, Crawford's been reportedly running 3-minute drills, where his sparring partners mimic Canelo's body attacks. And Floyd watches every sequence, like a chess grandmaster tracking openings. The intensity is surgical. After every session, Mayweather pulls him aside and replays clips of Canelo's footwork, breaking down balance shifts, missed punches, and micro-hesitations. You hear from one of the sparring partners, a light heavyweight from Philly, who says, "They got me trying to punch like Canelo, and still I can't hit Crawford clean." Floyd's teaching him how to be invisible. Meanwhile, on social media, whispers begin to spread. Rumors that Canelo's camp isn't taking this as seriously, that they're relying on strength and legacy rather than innovation. A popular tweet goes viral. If Floyd couldn't humble Canelo the first time, he'll finish the job through Crawford. Suddenly, this fight isn't just about belts or pound-for-pound rankings. It's become personal. Floyd wants to prove that his boxing mind is still the sharpest in the game, and Crawford wants to prove that with the right mentorship, he's the one true king. And if both succeed, Canelo's legacy might never recover. You're back in the gym now, but something's shifted. The cameras are off, the gym is quiet, just the rhythmic sound of Terence Crawford's gloves tapping mitts and Floyd Mayweather's voice cutting through the silence. Again, sharper, don't reach, bait him. This isn't a media moment, this is war prep. You catch a glimpse of the whiteboard near the ring. It's covered in diagrams, names, timestamps. At the top in bold red letters,
Canelo's tell. You realize Floyd's doing what he does best. Pattern recognition. Every punch Canelo throws, every faint twitch in his elbow before a hook, every dip of the head before a counter, Floyd's cataloging it all and programming Crawford to react with reflex, not thought. In the corner, one of Crawford's trainers looks on quietly. You can almost feel the respect in the room. It's not just that Mayweather's a legend. It's that even after retirement, his ability to read a fighter is still light years ahead of everyone else. Someone whispers near the water station, "This ain't training. This is a blueprint for humiliation." Meanwhile, Crawford's locked in, stoic, calm, focused like never before. He's not smiling, not showboating. He's listening, and when Floyd calls for another round, he doesn't hesitate. The pads clap again and again. Then Mayweather stops the session and walks over. He doesn't say much, just leans in and murmurs something only Crawford can hear. But whatever it was, it makes Terrence nod with a kind of steel you've never seen from him before. Outside, the whispers grow louder. Fans are now calling this the Mayweather-Crawford symbiosis, a hybrid built to dismantle everything Canelo's built. Because if Floyd really has found Canelo's weaknesses, and if Crawford can execute, this isn't just another mega fight, it's the revenge of the architect.
The buzz is deafening now. Whispers have turned into headlines, and headlines into prophecy. You're scrolling through your feed when the phrase starts popping up everywhere. The Mayweather Blueprint. Reporters are dissecting footage from the closed-door training session, leaked snippets showing Floyd Mayweather motioning toward a whiteboard and Crawford instantly adjusting his stance. Analysts are zooming in on frame-by-frame breakdowns, pointing out Canelo's micro-movements and Floyd's corrective tweaks. Some even swear they see shades of Floyd's own counterpunching mechanics seeping into Crawford's technique. But then comes the real spark. A quote allegedly from someone inside Canelo's camp that hits social media like a meteor. If Floyd's really behind this, we need to prepare for a different Crawford. That one line sends shockwaves, because everyone remembers what happened when Mayweather fought Canelo himself. It wasn't just a win, it was a masterclass in dismantling confidence. And now, people are wondering, is that same energy about to be reborn through a younger, hungrier vessel? In Vegas, betting lines start shifting, not wildly, just enough to rattle the faithful. Suddenly, Crawford isn't just an underdog, he's a dangerous unknown, backed by the one man who once beat Canelo at his peak. You refresh your feed again. This time it's a photo. Mayweather and Crawford fist-bumping under fluorescent gym lights. No caption, no press release. Just a cold, quiet confirmation they're really doing this together. And now the question that's gripping everyone, from fans to fighters, from trainers to Vegas odds makers. If Mayweather couldn't beat Canelo twice, will he do it through Crawford instead? Or more chillingly, is Crawford the second coming of Floyd, just stronger, sharper, and with a score to settle?